I was diagnosed the day after my baby's 3rd birthday party. You hear the word cancer and you automatically think, oh my God, how much time do I have? You feel very vulnerable, you feel very scared. It's the first time and the only time I've ever seen my husband cry.
At the Abramson Cancer Center, we're dedicated to only one purpose: the eradication of cancer as a cause of human disease and suffering.
And whether we can make the patient better by holding their hand in a difficult time or making sure that they are getting all the treatments and opportunities that they need to get them better, that's what Abramson Cancer Center is all about.
I feel very lucky and I feel grateful for the gift of life. And I don't know, had I not had the tremendous care that I had, if I would be so lucky today.
The Abramson Cancer Center exists to develop the cures, to deliver the treatments, to offer the hope of a life fulfilled and a vision realized. Here, world-class physicians team with researchers to advance medical science and quickly bring new treatments to the bedside. Here, cutting-edge technology provides patients with the most accurate diagnoses, while state-of-the-art facilities create a patient-friendly, healing environment.
Penn Medicine's Abramson Cancer Center was rated as exceptional by the National Cancer Institute during our competitive research funding review.
The designation of the Abramson Cancer Center as an NCI Comprehensive Cancer Center is a mark of excellence, that a single cancer center can bring all aspects of cancer research and clinical care and translational research in one single center.
You know, when a patient entrusts their care to me, it's a big trust. And, you know, not only do I work hard personally, I work hard to get all the resources of Penn Medicine and the Abramson Cancer Center involved, really to make people feel well cared for, to know that everything's being done that we can do, and also to know that they're important to us.
The patient is best served by having a very strong team, all housed under one roof. And that is the signature of what we have to offer a patient who comes to Penn.
You're a new patient coming to see me. One-stop shopping is kind of a funny term, but if you can see the radiation oncologist and the surgical oncologist and me, and sometimes even the GI nutritionist, even in the same day, you go home with a lot of peace of mind.
Everybody on the staff is very knowledgeable and very compassionate. They put the patient first. They treat you with dignity and respect, really caring. My team has been phenomenal.
So I sat around a table, long table, with all of the healthcare providers. So we sat around the table and we discussed my health needs. And that's what I really like about the center. They're genuinely interested in your care.
The role of the surgical oncologist is to evaluate the patient and to come up with a surgical plan for the patient. And the goal is to completely remove the cancer from the patient.
So we're the world's pioneers of transoral robotic surgery, which is the first in the world to do that. The transoral robotic surgery is using the surgical robot to remove tumors, mostly cancers, in the head and neck region right through the mouth. The benefit of bringing in this robot to do minimally invasive surgery, in addition to less invasive, de-intensified radiation and chemotherapy, allows us to pull all aspects of treatment modalities together for a patient.
You know, the big new trend are targeted therapies. And we have a lot of traditional chemotherapies, and that's usually what people think about when they think they're going to get treated with chemotherapies. We have a lot of monoclonal antibodies, pill therapies like tyrosine kinase inhibitors that target cancers in different ways, more efficient ways, often in ways that are more tolerable for the patients.
So one of the most exciting advances over the last several years, and what we now have open here for our use here at Penn, is the Roberts Proton Therapy Center. Proton beam therapy is different than X-rays in that it enters the patient, but we can have it stop precisely where we want it to stop.
That's good, okay. Penn's Translational Research Center has really transformed the model of how we can deliver cancer care. It allows us to have researchers who work in the lab to develop and personalize therapies that can be given to our patients in the clinic right next door.
Research is a critical part of what we do here at the Abramson Cancer Center. It allows us to bring the latest in therapies and approaches to each patient and to personalize that therapy.
But there are going to be new therapeutics that are going to be created through our research, both clinical research as well as basic research, to take the latest fundamental findings in a laboratory, such as the recent report on how one can trick the immune system really to cure patients with chronic lymphocytic leukemia. This has not been done before. It's groundbreaking. It changes the paradigm of the way how we do things.
Clinical trials are invaluable to the progress of fighting cancer. We use clinical trials to help understand how a new drug or a new immune therapy or a new targeted therapy works in the body.
We also have a group here called experimental therapeutics. Some people may know them as early phase trials or phase 1 trials. And these are not disease-specific trials. These are patients with advanced malignancies for whom there are no longer traditional therapies. And what's important here is that a lot of these drugs are traditional chemotherapies coupled with novel agents or targeted agents. So a lot of them are more tolerable and hopefully more effective for patients that really need another chance, a new opportunity for treatment. The big goals in the cancer world is not only to cure cancer, obviously, but there are a lot of cancers that we are turning into more like chronic diseases. Now we measure it in years and sometimes many, many years. So we need to have survivorship plans for patients that are survivors, that are actually cured, and for patients that are living with cancer.
The Livestrong Care Plan, powered by OncoLink, is a program that allows patients who have completed their treatment plan to enter some information that would analyze the treatments that they've gone through and talk about some of the long-term side effects that they might expect to experience.
I do get a lot of support here. I mean, not just after you get diagnosed and you get treated. I mean, my treatment's going to go on for a long time, and I'm going to be here a long time. So you want to see that level of care after the fact.
When a diagnosis of cancer is delivered, the first thing a patient reaches for is hope. At the Abramson Cancer Center, patients find that hope.
The most exciting thing would be to be able to cure each and every cancer patient that comes in the door.
We want to see more people cured. Our hope is that cancer will be eradicated, if not in my lifetime, in the lifetime of my children and grandchildren.
I chose to go to medical school, not to just become a scientist or a physician, but really we were trained to be a healer. So you can heal at all levels, not just in medicine. And I think that's the perspective we have to take on the side of the Abramson Cancer Center to really bring the best care possible.
When you know that people are genuinely interested in your care and your well-being, it makes it easier to move forward, to forge ahead in spite of your illness. It gives you hope.